Yeah. Way up.
Oh, tell me you love me so we could go viral. What's
That's
up?
right, baby.
Mano's in the building. That's some new
That.
Mano. That's Way Up
right.
with Angela Yee. Welcome back.
I'm back, baby.
I've been seeing you everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm
You
like-
too, though. You all over the place.
I was in Memphis over the weekend
Yeah.
at St. Jude Children's Hospital. Shout out to them. That's always an amazing experience. And we got some special guests joining us today. Flo,
That's right.
you're going to love them. They go viral
Yeah, they do.
quite a bit as well. They were on tour with Kehlani. I know you love Kehlani last
Definitely.
year.
Shout out to my guy Saint. That's his artist.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, shout out to Saint. We got a fun show for you guys today, though. It is a Tuesday. Man, let me tell you something. I finished watching Wags to Riches. I feel like that's
I
a show
was
you would love.
watching that. And every time I was watching it, I was like wanting to throw stuff at the TV.
That's how people felt.
It was like, why am I watching it? But I kept watching
You
it.
kept watching it. All right. Well, Flo is going to be joining us today, but let's start the show off with some love and some positivity. Let's shine a light. 800-292-5150. Call us up. Let us know who you would like to shine a light on. It's Way Up.
I'ma shine. I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Mano, you ready to
Way up.
shine a light?
Let's do it.
All right, today we want to shine a light on Roxanne Shante. She is making history this week. She is the first solo female rapper to get a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Grammys. And actually, Gayle King sat down with her. They went to Queens, to her hometown where she's from, to have a whole conversation on where it all started. So that's on CBS Mornings.
That's dope. That's super dope.
Yes. I just recently did a panel with her. And it was on hip hop jewelry, and
Right.
she has such a fascinating story about everything that she went through. You know, she was only 14 years old when she put out Roxanne's Revenge.
Wow.
And Salt and Pepper are the only other female rappers who have received this honor from the Grammys. But as a solo female artist, Roxanne Shante is the first. So we got to celebrate for her for that.
Wow. Congrats.
I went with her on a trip also. We were in Johannesburg, South Africa.
Oh,
the
yeah?
only time
I've
I've
been
ever
there.
been to South Africa. We were there for this event called Her Story. And
Wow.
we did a lot of things. It was amazing. I was
They did
like,
a movie on her. On
yes, that movie
Netflix.
was great.
Yeah.
But anyway, shout out to you, Roxanne Shante. Now, who do you guys want to spread some love to? 800-292-5150. Malik, who do you want to shine a light on?
I want to shine a light on my wife, Crystal. We've been married for 7 months. Lately, she's been having us in church just praising the Lord, and she got me saved and everything. So I just want to shine a light on her because she's been holding it down for the whole fam.
Oh, you got saved. Talk to me about that.
I've been through a whole lot, man. You know, when she came into my life, she just was like, she wasn't having it. And I went to church with her one day, and I just felt it. And I want to turn my life around. And I walked up there, I got saved, I joined the church, and then I got baptized.
Oh my gosh. Congratulations. And shout out to Crystal for encouraging all of that. See how a good woman can really lay down that foundation for you?
Oh my God, yes, man. And it's been 4 years going on, man, and she's been great.
All right. Well, congratulations and happy 7-month anniversary to you guys.
Thank you, Angela.
All right. Thank you for calling. God is good.
God is good. God is great.
All right. Well, that was Shine a Light, 800-292-5150. Just in case you couldn't get through, you can always leave a message and shine a light that way. And when we come back, we have your Yee tea. And since we just talked about Wags to Riches earlier, let's talk about Yes Jules versus Sherelle. Now, Sherelle is saying that she does not believe that Yes Jules had an abortion. Would somebody lie about that? We'll talk about it. It's Way Up.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip.
Talk to me.
Angela's spilling that yee tea.
Talk to 'em.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my guy, Mano.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, people are still talking about Wags to Riches. And we got to talk about now, Sherelle is having some things to say about Yes Jules still. If you recall, Yes Jules got into an argument with Kania. They were at a bar, and the argument was basically over Yes Jules being a quote-unquote culture vulture, right? Yes Jules is the one white woman cast member out of all of the women on Wags to Riches. Now, if you didn't hear this, you know, the fight got a little explosive. It did turn physical, and then Yes Jules.
They got into a fist fight.
Yeah, it got into a
Really?
physical fight. And then afterward, Yes Jules said that she was having a really bad day because she had an abortion.
The same day?
That day. And she had spoken to Sherelle prior
came outside.
to coming outside. She said she didn't want to go. She wasn't feeling well. Here's what she told Sade as she sat down after the argument.
We get there, so they start talking about kids. You want some more? Sure, if that's God's plan. She knows the procedure I just had. I didn't want to have an abortion, but I didn't want to be a single mom of two, struggling after I just lost my job, like trying to figure it out. Like I didn't know how I was gonna be able to do that. So I was just in a really bad space, and it happened that day.
She came outside the same day.
Yeah, and she was saying she shouldn't have. And
Right, why would you come
She said
outside?
Sherelle convinced her
Supposed
to
be,
still
like,
come
resting.
out. Right.
I used to think she was so hot.
Yes, Jules?
Yeah, at one point.
Okay, well, Sherelle does not believe that Yes Jules had an abortion. Here's what she said.
You should not be drinking when you take an abortion. If you took the pill that day, you're not supposed to be outside. I had a friend contact me and she's like, girl, that girl didn't take no abortion. She was like, I just had an abortion. And that is painful. If you do your research, you know you're supposed to be on bed rest. That's all I'm saying. So I question it.
I might have to agree with her.
Well, listen, I ain't going to question nobody.
Yeah, but I might have to agree with that logic. right
Listen,
there.
it
Like,
does
why
feel
would you
like,
be outside?
yeah. And she said she didn't want to come out, but
But you did.
But she did. Now, Sherelle also said, because people were also saying the woman Kania that was there, she's not really on any of the episodes. So people were saying that Sherelle actually, and when I say people, Stoney, who is Rick Ross's ex that's on the show, she said that she believes that Sherelle kind of placed her there to start that argument. And Sherelle she's a producer on the show as well. And here's what Sherelle had to say about that.
Just because I got consultant producing credits doesn't mean I was involved in casting or how the storyline was played. You have to kill the whole victim narrative.
So that's that. Listen, I saw that Tokyo Jets was in the comments talking about WAGs to riches. She said she wanted them to give a glimpse of current WAG lifestyles, game days, contract renewal, negotiation time, balancing day-to-day life while supporting your athlete, adjusting to new teams, women in school, their chosen career field. She said there's so many layers of WAGs out there. She said you can still add drama, but they need to adjust, is what she was saying. I agree. All right, well, that is your Yeetie. When we come back, we have About Last Night. That's where we discuss what we did last night. I know you and I were also watching something on TV because we talked about it when we got in here. We'll discuss that. It's way up.
So, about last night. Here's how it went down.
All right, it's way up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my guy, Mano. Yes. Now, last night, I know Mano and we spoke about it this morning behind the scenes.
Right.
We were both watching this Diddy
documentary,
Fall of Diddy, that was on Investigation Discovery. A lot of it, I noticed a lot of it of what I saw so far had to do with the basketball game, too.
right?
That he had.
Right.
Where people were crushed.
Yeah, I remember that.
What did you think about it as you were watching it? It's a 4-part series that airs yesterday and today on Max and on Discovery Plus.
I mean, I see a lot of guys going up there and showing their cowardly colors, but other than that,
What do you mean by that?
I mean, I just feel I just got a thing with disgruntled men. Like, if you fall out with somebody that was your friend, leave it at that. Like,
you think it's a revenge thing?
Yeah, going on platforms to speak about other men after you had a relationship with them. Like, I just ain't for that. Like, I fell out with many men and that was friends of mine, and I would never speak on them. None of that.
All right. Well, Danielle Smith was also on there, and she was the editor-in-chief of Vibe magazine. And she's told this story before, but she talked about how he warned her that she would end up dead in a trunk if she didn't show him the cover before it went to print, and that was against policy at the publication. His driver was also on there, Diddy's former driver.
Yeah.
And he says that he saw Diddy with a gun on the night of that shooting in the nightclub with J-Lo.
Right.
and everything. So, and I think this might have been his first time speaking about it, right?
Right, it was. He got on the stand and all that, but that wasn't Diddy's friend, so that was...
Yeah, he worked for him, and
right.
that was something that he had
as just a driver, and he worked actually really for the company, so...
And he did testify during the trial that he saw Diddy with a gun, and he said he recanted his statement because he did eventually cooperate and testify that he had a gun, and he didn't want to go along with that scheme to take ownership of the gun because he said he turned around and saw the gun.
Right, but what was interesting was that he said that he didn't want to be the one that sent him to jail. Mm-hmm. That was funny to me.
All right. Well, Lil Rod was on there, and we also know that he's been part of these lawsuits as well. He worked with Diddy on the Love album, but never got paid for producing at least 6 songs, is what he's saying. And he also has that lawsuit against Diddy, saying that he was sexually assaulted and drugged, and accused him of harassment, sex trafficking, and other forms of misconduct. So I know this is also going to be a part 2 that's airing tonight, the rest of it. So there you have it. All right. In the meantime, another thing that's happening today, Lip Service comes out. Jerry Johnson's episode is out today. She's on Harlem. She plays the character of Ty on Harlem, and she talked about getting betrayed by a family member. Imagine somebody that you love, that's close to you, that's family, that's blood, and then they do something to you for no reason. Here's what she said.
My aunt, whom I loved and adored growing up, she's a manager. So I was like, oh, she wants what's best for me. And then something shifted. She told me she was going to sue me if I worked for anybody else because I signed a contract for her. But I was living with her at the time. So when I went to college, naturally I had to go get my stuff. Child, she didn't give me anything. I went to college with like a backpack.
Is that weird? And to this day, she hasn't gotten her items back from her aunt, and she has no idea why her aunt would sue her and then keep her things. But it just goes to show, you know what people say, just because we're blood doesn't mean
that's right
that you won't get betrayed. Have you ever been betrayed by a family member, similar to what happened to Jerry Johnson, somebody that you loved, trusted, that you thought was down with you? 800-292-5150. We want to hear your stories. Have you ever been betrayed by a family member? Call us up, 800-292-5150. It's Way Up.
We about to do this.
Yeah.
Yo.
More Way Up with Angela Yee on now.
You know who it is. You know who it is.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my guy, Mano.
Way up, baby.
Yes, indeed. And let's get into this topic. Now, this new Lip Service episode drops at 2 today with Jerry Johnson. She plays Ty on the series Harlem. And she talked about getting betrayed by her aunt. Now, have you ever been betrayed by a family member?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, my uncle back in the days, I had money for a ring that I had lost, and then I came home, I thought about that ring all day, and then he said, what you about to do? I said, I'm about to go get this ring. I was going to my room. He said, you got change for whatever it was. He asked me, do I have change? And I said, yeah, and I gave him the money, and I went in the back of my room, and then when I came out, he had left. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yo, I ran down the block like, yo, what's in my money? He said, I gave the money to your father. He knew that my father was getting high.
Oh,
but one thing, my father never stole from us, so he confused me, and I never forgot about that. And of course, he denied that to this day.
Okay, wow. Have you ever but you still talk to him?
Yeah, I still talk to him.
Yeah, that puts a damper on things.
I never forgot it though.
All right, well, for me, and this isn't this is like a by marriage family member, but when my grandfather passed, before he passed, he had married another woman. And she had a son. The son is younger than me, so he's really my uncle, but he's like a lot younger than me. And so the house that he lived in was left to my mom and to his wife to kind of split. But then his wife passed, and so her son actually stole the house. And so my mom wasn't ever able to like get her portion of what she should have gotten because it was my grandfather. He owned it himself,
right?
And she didn't even live there. Like his wife never lived there, and so yes, he basically stole the house.
Wow.
And so we'll never talk to him again.
Family will do it to you sometimes.
All right, 800-292-5150. Precious, have you ever been betrayed by a family member?
Yes, I have. My sister. I went to jail. I was incarcerated, and I gave her temporary guardianship, and she went behind my back and adopted them.
She adopted your kids behind your back?
Yeah, how was she able to do that?
Because I did 8 years in jail, and it was like no way I could fight or do nothing because I was incarcerated.
Did she do that for the betterment of everybody, for the kids, for you? Like,
no, it was for the money. It was for the money.
Wow.
Like, she let me see them whenever she felt like it.
Oh.
So there's nothing you could do, like in court?
No, I tried because it's been so long. Like, my case happened in 2010. So it's been so long that the lawyer told me it would take a lot for a judge to even, like, reopen the case back up.
Man, what's your relationship with the kids now?
My oldest son, we got a good relationship, but my two youngest, she keeps them from me, and she just tells them stuff, like, make up lies to them. So it's like, they don't know what to believe. Like, I talk to them sometimes, but it's like, they don't really know what to believe now.
I am so sorry to hear that. I could hear you being emotional. It's
hard. It's hard.
Yeah. Well, I'm so sorry to hear that.
And I was a mom before I went to jail. Like, I never was away from them until I went to jail. So it's not like I was just like a piece of mom or anything like that. Like, that wasn't even the case.
I'm so sorry. I hope that all of this gets rectified for you. That's awful.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks for sharing. Hey, Lavasha, what's up?
Hey. I've been betrayed by my sister. She stabbed me in my back. Literally.
Oh, literally?
With a knife.
I thought you meant
with a knife.
Wow.
Yes.
What happened?
Yes, with a knife in my back. She called me while I was at my job to fight some girl that was messing with her baby dad, and her baby dad was broken up. I didn't know the whole story, but I went over there to see what was going on. And she told me, and I'm like, I'm not fighting when y'all broken up. Well, she got the knife that she was going to stab him with and stabbed me in my back after we fought.
What?
I ended up going to rush to the hospital.
So now what? What happens now at family gatherings? Have y'all spoken?
No, we don't talk anymore.
You plan on stabbing her back?
No.
Like catching her at the barbecue, maybe sneaking up on her from the back?
No.
From the side?
No, it's over.
It's
that
over.
relationship, that sistership, that's over. It's done.
Damn.
I'm sorry. That's
I hate that
awful.
for you. I hate
See,
that.
the people say blood is thicker than water, but
Sometimes it's not.
sometimes your family do the worst to you.
Yeah, I could have been paralyzed if I didn't have my
You could have
coat
died.
and my hoodie on. Yep.
Wow.
If I didn't have my hoodie and my coat on, I would have been paralyzed or dead.
Over her baby daddy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for calling.
No problem.
There are some crazy family stories out here. Mine ain't so bad. All right. Well, when we come back, we have your Yeetie. And Mano, you know what? We're going to talk about guy code. J.R. Smith is calling out Cam Newton for that interview that he did with Royce Reed, Dwight Howard's ex. I want to see what you think about it. It's way up.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that yee tea. Come and get the tea.
It's way up at Angela Yee. I'm here with my guy, Mano. Yee tea time. So according to TMZ, Rihanna is planning to attend A$AP Rocky's trial on Wednesday. They did say plans could change according to a source, but right now that is the plan. We don't know what testimony is going to be heard tomorrow in court, but they said she'll be sitting there with everybody else, and that could be an interesting visual. Rihanna was also mentioned during the jury selection process. People were asking whether they're fans of hers or not, or if they bought any of her Fenty merchandise. All right. Now, J.R. Smith does not like Cam Newton interviewing Royce Reed and asking about Dwight Howard. He posted on social media, respectfully, this is hella corny at Cam. Bringing on a black woman to kill a black man is never cool. Don't care who's right or wrong. All clickbait ain't good clickbait. This ain't love. Now, if you heard the interview, here is what Cam Newton asked Royce Reed on Funky Friday.
I mean, we already here. Is he gay?
You know, he would like my finger.
Right. Have you ever witnessed him being with another man in the bedroom?
Yeah, all the time. They took mushrooms together, and then they were like in the bed.
But the whole thing is, everybody know he gay.
I think.
Like, everybody know he gay. I don't think he hides being gay.
The question was about whether or not he sexually assaulted somebody, and he says he didn't.
Right, he said it was consensual. So he has man sex. It's
right. It's not a secret.
You didn't need to ask her that, because we all know that he's gay.
But I guess it is clickbaity. So you agree with J.R. Smith when he said...
Right, because I don't think it was necessary, because he acted like he was like...
Or maybe it's the way
maybe
it's the way he did it.
That nobody knows.
Like, you could have said, did you know that he also sleeps with men? Because clearly he's bisexual. He's getting married. But he said he's going to do a positive diss song.
He going to do
Dwight
a positive
Howard.
diss?
Yeah, he
so
said
who?
he's... I don't know.
The man that he had consensual sex with?
Or maybe with Roy. Who knows? He just said, he posted yesterday, he's going to do a positive diss song.
There's no positive diss songs. It's either a diss song or It's not.
I don't know. Maybe it's like politely dissing somebody. All right. Now, Anthony Mackie, people are debating this online. He talked about his role of Captain America. And in a recent interview, here is what he had to say about Captain America.
For me, Captain America represents a lot of different things. And I don't think the term America should be one of those representations. Like, it's about a man who keeps his word, who has honor, dignity, and integrity. Someone who is trustworthy and dependable.
Yeah, I agree with him.
Right. He was trying to say that he thinks it's a universal role. It doesn't have to be just America. It transcends just America.
Right,
even
because
though
America don't keep their word and they don't stand
some people
on
would say that. You know, Captain America, A Brave New World is in theaters on February 14th, but I see people bashing him online for this and saying they're not going to go see the movie. That's why it's going to sink, and calling him a DEI hire.
You're a sellout. This is America.
Yeah,
this
out of our
is
country.
America.
All right, well, that is your Yeetie. When we come back, we have Under the Radar, and in more This is America news, let's talk about something else that Donald Trump is pausing that helps the everyday person out. It's Way Up.
This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my guy, Mano. Man, the White House, they have ordered a pause on all federal grants and loans. There was an internal memo that was sent out yesterday that's going to impact trillions in government spending and halt public programs that affect millions of Americans. It also blocks the issuance of new grants, and it will not affect Social Security or Medicare benefits. But it's going to take effect today at 5. Yeah, this is really crazy.
Everybody that thought that he was about to get a new batch of PPP.
No, yeah, but this isn't even just that. I mean, if you thought you were getting a grant, now it's not going to, and who knows what they're going to, they're probably trying to get rid of those programs, period. And one thing that they want to do, is, I guess, make sure that people aren't getting anything that has to deal with DEI. Also, they said these executive orders include but are not limited to financial assistance for foreign aid, non-governmental agencies, DEI, woke gender ideology, whatever that is, and the Green New Deal. Career and political appointees in the executive branch have a duty to align federal spending and action with the will of the American people as expressed through presidential priorities. Sometimes the will of the American people are not presidential priorities. By the way, those two things a lot of times don't coexist. Now, Diane Yenta, who's the president and CEO of the National Council on Nonprofits, said in a statement, from pausing research on cures for childhood cancer to closing homeless shelters, halting food assistance, reducing safety from domestic violence, and shutting down suicide hotlines, the impact of even a short pause in funding could be devastating and cost lives. The Association of American Universities, which is America's 71 leading research universities, including Notre Dame and Georgia Tech, said they are still working to assess the impact of the pause. And so people are very upset. It's going to mean missed payrolls, rent payments, and everything in between. Chaos for everything from universities to nonprofit charities. So just get ready for that, guys. It's just the beginning. Another thing that Donald Trump was talking about is getting rid of income tax and making us pay taxes. So, I just think these are some, you're going to see. That's all.
Who's going to stop him?
Who's going to stop him? NVIDIA lost nearly $600 billion in market value, and U.S. stocks dropped sharply after a surprise advancement from a Chinese AI company called DeepSeek. And so DeepSeek is a 1-year-old startup, and they revealed a stunning capability last week. It's a chat GPT-like AI model called R1. It has all of the familiar abilities, operates at a fraction of the cost of OpenAI, and it just spent $5.6 million on computing power for its base model. So a lot of people that have invested in that now, I don't know what's going to happen with those stocks. Everything's a mess. That's all I have to say. All right. Well, that is your Under the Radar. Now, we have the Way Up Mix at the top of the hour. And on the positive side, Flo is going to be joining us today. Can't wait to sit down and talk to them. They have a tour that they're kicking off in the U.S., but also a tour overseas. And they've been going viral nonstop. So Flo is coming up next. It's Way Up.
Talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
And she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way Up.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my guy, Mano. You want to talk about all these diss songs that are coming out right now? All right. Well, Trippie Redd has some things to say. He has a new song called Pretty Rose. Now, this is all after Coi Leray put out a snippet of a diss song that she did. Well, it appears to be about Trippie Redd because remember she said that he cheated.
Right.
She didn't necessarily say that, but she talked about getting cheated on.
Right, and this is what people been saying on social media, right?
Right, and she is pregnant. So here is her song just to bring you back to that.
All the times I caught you cheating, I should've got you, but now you gon' have to see this. Used to be my peace, but broke me right into pieces. Yeah, you told me you love me, but you ain't mean it. I done lost it, I done off, could I believe this? Couldn't put my heart up on my chest and left me bleeding. If this is what love is and you can keep it.
Now here is Trippie Redd's song, Pretty Rose.
Come on, man. I'ma put the pause on your red when I see you, dog. Don't play with my niece out here like that, bro. I'ma you up, Trippie.
They wanna beat me up, tell them lift me up. Ooh, ha ha ha, laughing at my pain.
The voicemail in the beginning of that is Tia Kemp, by the way. All right, see? That's, women taking up for other women.
Nice.
Now, speaking of diss songs, Omar Gooding has done a diss song to Cameron. This is something I did not expect.
Right.
And in the beginning of the diss song, he plays the reason why he's coming at Cameron, because Cameron said this while sitting down with 50 Cent.
There's no disrespect to nobody. I'm talking about when like Vin Ranger sitting around or Omar Gooding Jr. Y'all sitting around. Y'all like, I would have saved my money and shot my own shit by now. But the black actor has to sit around for 50 Cent or somebody in your plane to come pick them up to actually do them, to put them in something. So.
All right. Well, here's a part of that diss song, and he wants y'all to know he always been nice with the pen for people who are surprised. Here is a little bit more of this song that's a diss song to Cameron.
I'm a problem. Don't be trying to poke the bear, spit like I ain't got shit to lose. Waiting down to take it there. I don't know why you playing. You're not a killer, man. Like Kenny showed us, there's plenty of ways to kill a man.
He also said he's not a fan of the word diss. He said, I just respond when my name is brought up, even if it's pronounced ignorantly, like by adding a junior. Because he's not Omar Gooding Jr., he's Omar Gooding.
Oh, Cuba is the
Cuba Gooding Jr. would be, a different person.
Didn't sound bad, though.
Yeah, all right. You're not mad at it. Well, if anything, he has some music coming out, so this helped promote that. All right, and NLE Choppa is defending his Playgirl shoot that he did. Some people are saying that he's gay baiting. And he said, never been gay baiting. It's me showing freedom. Anything nowadays is called gay or it's baiting. In reality, I'm comfortable enough and have the utmost confidence in how good God designed me head to toe. Call me what you want, but a straight man comfortable in my skin, I am. So there you go, right? He's very embracing of all people, and there's nothing wrong with that. Well, in case you didn't see the picture, you can look it up and look at it online and see what you think. He did Playgirl. All right.
Cowboy boots on.
You know what? Never mind. That is your Yee T. And when we come back, we have Ask Yee. 800-292-5150 is a number. Call us up. Any question you have, we're here to help you out. It's Way Up.
It's relationship or career advice. Angela's dropping facts.
So you should know.
This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. You okay, Mano? You okay? All right. You ate like 3 cupcakes.
No, I only had 1.
Okay. We have Patricia on the line for Ask Yee. What's up, Patricia?
Hi, Yee. How are you?
I'm good. It's me and Mano, and we want to hear what your question is for Ask Yee.
I've been with my man for 2 years now, and we moved in together 6 months ago. And he's a mama's boy. He doesn't clean up after himself.
Ooh. Oh, no.
I need help because he doesn't want to compromise on anything, wants to play the video games all night. I work early in the morning. He does too. But it's just,
he's like a kid.
I love him, but I don't think I can be with him.
That's what you accepted, so you're going to have to work with it. Now, here's the thing. You said you need help. Just bring another girl home.
No. Do not listen to that.
How's that going to help me?
She's going to help. Let her clean. Let her have some chores. Take some load off your back.
That's a negative for me.
Now, Patricia, you want some real advice?
Yes.
Okay. So what happens when you tell him, look, I need help around the house?
He's like, I'll get to it, but he never gets to it.
Yeah, no. So what I do with my man is that there's certain days that he has to do things. Like Sunday, he got to clean the bathroom and the shower, right?
Oh, wow.
His responsibility, taking out the garbage, taking out the recycling, doing those things.
Oh, that's such a sweet relationship compromise. I like
Okay.
Right, but it's like specific days, so it's not I'll get to it. it's like, this has to be done on this day. And the other thing that I do is when I need help at that time, I'm like, hey, I need you to help me with this. Because sometimes these guys, you have to handhold them.
Yeah, but the thing is, she signed up for it. She accepted it.
She didn't know until she lived with him.
And then don't cry about something that
Yeah.
you signed up for. It is as easy as that. Because what you gonna do? You gonna throw him away?
If he don't know how to pick up his clothes, like he's a toddler, I might have to.
Yeah, it's
But I love
depressing.
him.
It's depressing when
but I
you're the
love
person
him.
that's
See what I'm
cleaning up
saying?
all
She
the
love
time. And, the other person isn't helping. Now, the other thing you could do is tell him, if you're not going to clean up, then we need a budget to get a housekeeper in here to
How
help.
about that then?
Yeah.
Or just get you a
If he
man.
got money, he could do that.
Yeah, if he has money and he could do that, then, the solution might be you guys have somebody come in once a week, once every
Right.
2 weeks, and he's got to pay for it.
Or get you another man on the side. Get you a little something on the
What's
side.
he going to do? Clean up for her man?
No, but I mean, watch, instead of her being stressed out about him not cleaning up, every time she see him, he on the game.
And do your laundry, leave his, because sometimes as women we'll be like, I'm gonna just do my part, I'm gonna leave his stuff there, and then a guy will leave his stuff there for a month.
Yes,
And-
I tried doing that. He still leave it there.
Yeah, and so you have to be like, look, if you're not even gonna take care of yourself and your responsibilities, then you got to pay somebody to do it, and that's got to come out of your budget,
Well,
or you
he
have
got
to
it.
do it. And women are, I think, a lot more sensitive to that too, because the way that I am, my man would be like, oh, you're OCD, you want this, you want that. I like my house clean. I want to come
right.
home and look around and be like, I'm happy to be here.
Yes, it makes you feel good. But I appreciate that. I'm gonna use that chore list, or he need to get a cleaner up in here every week.
Yeah.
I'm glad I could give you the best advice
Oh my
ever.
gosh.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for calling. Kick him to the
Thank
curb. You
you.
got to move out if you're not going to clean up. We all got to do our part around here. All right. Well, that was Ask Ye, 800-292-5150. And when we come back, Flo is joining us. They are about to embark on a U.S. tour. They also have a tour overseas that they're doing, but also have broken a lot of milestones. There's not a lot of groups out right now. We pointed that out. Flo, 3 women, Renee, Georgia, and Stella, and they're all here. It's Way Up.
Turn it up.
You vibing way up with Angela Yee.
Come right back.
More now.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and what an honor to have Flo in the studio. Renee, Stella, and Georgia, welcome.
Hi.
I was just telling you, I was like, let me wait till the mics go on, but we were talking before you guys came up, since y'all were coming today, about like groups and how we feel like there's like a lack of groups, and people feel like Flo is it right now, kind of saved the day.
Oh, that's nice to hear.
So tell me what that audition process was even like, how Flo came together.
It was very chill. And the initial audition was actually like just solo by ourselves and just sang a song, had a chat, very chill. And then actually as I was leaving that audition, I saw Renee and I was like, oh my God, we were like, what are you here for? Oh my God, you here for the same thing? You here for this girl group thing? Oh my God, we could be in a group together. Because this was the first time we'd met each other in real life, but we followed each other on Instagram.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
And then I was put in a group with Stella and 2 other girls. So Renee nowhere to be seen. But Renee had actually been put in a group with 2 other girls as well. So there was like different kind of pairings happening at the same time. But this was then the first time I'd met Stella in real life, who I also had followed on social media.
I love that. You're a girl's girl already.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
following each
Like,
other and being friends without ever having
We
met.
were fans of each other. I remember seeing George's videos on the Explore page.
Yeah.
So, guys, so yeah, it was nice to see her
social
in real
media is
life.
not evil all the time. All right, so go ahead.
I was having conversations with the person who's putting us together. I was like, love Stella, 2 other girls. We weren't really on the same page as far as taste goes. Like me and Stella, we knew the same songs and we both had a love for R&B. So instantly we gravitated towards each other. And then, and I was like, oh, well, Renee, I met Renee on the first audition, what's she up to? I feel like every time I say this in my head, I'm painting a picture I put Flo together.
I mean, but you kind of. I know. But then did it.
But that's real because you know who you guys click with and y'all clicked with each other.
Yeah.
Right now, we are talking to British girl group Flo. I want to talk about Cynthia Erivo also opening up the album. How did that come about?
Literally, the stars definitely aligned. And we knew that we wanted to be introduced by somebody that is black and British. That was
And female.
And female. So we were just like, who
who, how?
Like, be like, oh my gosh, Cynthia. But once we had that realization, we like reached out immediately, and she was like, I'd love to do it. She did it so quickly while she was on her little press tour. And then we got on a Zoom call with her, and she was so sweet. She was asking us if we loved it, and we were like, oh, it's perfect. It's perfect.
And then also, I want to talk about the unlocked version of the album.
Oh.
And so talk to me about that process. And you had Chloe and Haley on there. I saw that y'all reached out on Instagram for that too.
Yeah.
This really be working for y'all.
Well, we were just like, let's just do it. Because we're usually, we don't want to reach out because of like the fear of rejection.
Yes.
And this was like the first time we shot our shot and really were rewarded, really scored.
Yeah. They were also so quick with it as well. And just so professional and so sweet.
And then On and On is the new single that you guys. So how do you decide what's the single? Like,
I'll be honest, we didn't decide this one.
The people decided.
The people decided. The people decided, and then the label heard that, and they were like, let's go. So here we are.
Well, thank you so much, Flo. Make sure y'all check them out. They're going to be on tour starting April 9th. That tour runs in the U.S. until May 22nd, so get your tickets. Congratulations again, flowlikethis.com.
Thank you so
much. And you can watch that full interview on my YouTube channel, Way Up With Yee. And when we come back, of course, you guys have the last word.
Pick up the phone.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my guy, Mano. I love when you come here.
I'm always here, right?
We didn't have cupcakes last week, and so I love when you're here.
Stop
or
it.
yesterday.
So you only like when I'm here because we get cupcakes.
Partly.
So you use me for cupcakes.
Partly. Well, thank you so much to Flo for joining us today. Thank you to Mano for ruining our diets. It's a new year. Everybody's trying to do better, and we can't.
I'm doing worse.
You're doing worse. You got crumbs all over your face. But anyway, it's such a pleasure to be here every single day hanging out with y'all. And this is your show, as you know. So you have the last word.
Hi, I just wanted to comment on the question about picking up after your boyfriend. That's a no. Anything left on the floor more than a week, it goes in the garbage. I am not your maid, especially if you're a grown man.
I want to give a shout out to Salma Yusuf. She's my girlfriend, best girlfriend ever. I've been chasing her for 8 years. A couple months ago in the summer, we just got close, and I'm trying to hit her up. She's been avoiding me. And then in the summer, I called her, and it was my time to shine.
Going way up with Angela Yee.